I'm live. Okay. Give me 15 seconds while I paste this link. Join. Okay. Hope that works. Okay. All right. Okay. Where were we? Let me take this off. One person's in here. Good. Hey, Adam. How's it going? Hi, Ray. How are you? Hey, Kartik. How is it going? I am good. Jeremy's in the house. I am very good. I am very, very good. I'm all about helping us build the infrastructure necessary to grow, and very deep into biotechnology right now. So lots of exciting things are coming in terms of my content, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about what we are doing. Hi, Amina. We have been around now. It's been, what is it, 4 months, 5 months? 5 months, I think. 5 months that we've been active as a global community. And so we have an agenda. So let me just wait maybe 30 more seconds for more people to come in. I have things to talk about. I have an agenda. But hey, Palash. Hi, Christian. Can I just say that I love the fact that we are a global community? Like, ever since I was young, I have wanted to be a part of a global community of people. This is like literally what I've been dreaming of my whole life. So yeah, it's amazing to see that we have people from all over the world. We have Nikita from Canada. We have people from all over the world. So I am good. I'm in an interesting place right now in terms of deciding the direction of my content. We can do so much, Adam. You're so right. We can do so much together. And we live in an increasingly interconnected and globalized world, and we need a new conception of us. What does us mean? Us incorporates all sentient beings on Earth, and global security demands that. We have to, if we want to survive as a species. So, we're just creating new structures, new ways of organizing people, whether it's from tribes to nation states to the network. And School of AI is like a cloud state. It's a cloud organization. Anyway, so that's it for waiting for people. So let's start with the agenda. So the first thing I want to talk about is the School of AI conference. So a little update on that. Michelle and I have been looking at spaces, and Amsterdam is still a big candidate. Another candidate is Montreal. So WorldSummit.ai is a huge conference that's happening in Montreal, and I think in April. And we're thinking of taking it's a 3-day conference, and we want to have one day of that conference be a School of AI only conference. So we have and it's a huge venue, so we can turn it into our own thing. But that's definitely on top of my mind. Q2 2019, we definitely need to have a conference. I want to see you guys in person. I want to connect with you. And I want us to do these activities together in person, workshops. I'm imagining quite a lot, actually, a music video. We'll have fun. We'll have fun for sure. So that's happening in Q2. The next thing I wanted to talk about and hear your opinion on is our courses. Okay, so we have completed Move 37 mostly, and now it's time for the next course. And we talked about the idea of having Dean submit course ideas. I didn't get around to making that form yet, because I have been so deep in thought about what the next course should be, right? What should the next course be? So it's part of it is that deciding what the next course is going to be. The other part is what should somebody else do this course, right? And so I'm trying to decide what that's going to be. I'm also in talks with Intel. I feel like we've been talking forever, but we've had a back and forth about a computer visions course that Intel would sponsor, like the entire course. And if they did that, we would be good. You feel an Apple event, except it's more engaging than an Apple event because I can hear I can see what you're saying. So it's even better than an Apple event. But thank you. Where was I? So Intel, right? So Intel. The thing is, like, you got to build these relationships with companies, and they get better with time. You know, I made a video with Intel. We built that trust. I made another video with Intel. We built that trust, and now they're willing to sponsor an entire course. The thing is that I asked for way too much money. I asked for 1.2 million for a 3-month course that they would sponsor, and they said that's too high for their budget. So we're still trying to decide how much we're going to do this for. Now, look, the whole point is that I want to set a precedent for how this would work, and what I mean is that a cut, right? So I'm thinking this would be a 50-50 cut. Right? So the person who leads the course will take 50, and the other 50, they have to donate to the School of AI community. So that would be amazing, right? So I still feel like I am not doing enough for the deans. I mean, I guess I constantly feel like that. Every moment that I'm not working on School of AI specific stuff and I'm just working on my content, I feel kind of guilty. So this could be one way for me to be able to work on my content with all of my creativity, but also have something come out of that for deans, money, for swag and event venues and hosting meetup.com meetups, things like that. So yeah, we'll see. I hope to have this decided by the middle of December. So I'm thinking middle of December to have this decided by. So yeah, that's how I'm thinking. Hey, Marcin, how's it going? So that's what I'm thinking of having it decided by. Thank you, Vibhav. I appreciate that. Legal structures. Okay, Karthik. So I just saw your message before I got into this all hands meeting, and the Welch Labs guy is amazing. And yes, he would be somebody that I would be willing to say, okay, here's the infrastructure we built, have a course. So I've actually never reached out to him. And I think he works at Udacity now. Oh, he lives in Charlotte. That's right. If he came to your meetup, wow. Okay. Okay, Karthik, let's talk about this. He's good. He's good. He could do a course for sure. Really? Wow. He has some good content. Okay, we'll talk. We'll talk. Let me write that down. He would be great. Welch Labs. See, he's the kind of person I'd be totally willing to say, you know, the School of AI community would definitely benefit from your content, and you are fit to serve for, you know, to do a course, you know. So yeah, so we'll talk about that. That's a great idea. It's a great idea. Okay, so Welch Labs, perhaps, you know, he would do that. I don't think I would be able to not have some kind of presence in any course that we do. So even if I'm not leading the course, I would be featured in the course. Just because School of AI is literally like a piece of my soul. You know, like Voldemort has Horcruxes, like, except it's not bad. You know, it's like School of AI is like a Horcrux. It's literally a piece of my soul. So I've got to be a part of whatever course is coming up in some way. Anyway, okay, so this is good. This is good. I'm impressed that, you know, Welch Labs is already, you know, connected to us in some way. Okay, so next thing on the agenda is new deans. Okay, so I wanted to hear your opinion on this. I am thinking, so okay, here's what it is. Kaggle, let's talk about Kaggle. Kaggle and I have been talking, and they have this, I don't know what you would call it, initiative called Kaggle Days. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, Kaggle Days. And so that, I think they were inspired by School of AI. And they are starting these meetups across the world. And well, let me say this: not across the world, but in Europe and the United States. So they have like no, they have like 12 of them so far. And what they want is for me to help promote Kaggle Days, and sometime in January. And it's going to be in Paris in late January. And strategically, I said yes. But before I do that, we are going to really beef up our own School of AI communities globally, because we have the developing world, and nobody else has that market. And frankly, nobody else has the insight or cares enough, frankly, and they should, um, about these other countries. It's a problem. So what I'm thinking is, before January, we got to really beef up. We got to improve both the quality of our meetups and the quantity of our meetups. And here's the idea. So here's what I wanted your suggestion on. Should we ask for more deans, specifically in cities that we don't have deans currently? How does that make you feel? Are we too big already? Should we not add any more deans? Should I not have another video? So I'm thinking, like, in 2 weeks, another call to action, a progress report of what our deans have done so far to the larger community, as well as a call to action for new deans I'm thinking parts of the Midwest. Even though we have somebody in Wisconsin, we have Canada, but parts of the Midwest, United States. Really? Okay. Wow. Okay. Good to hear. Good to hear. That's true. That's true. Yep. Jeremy and Nikita make a great point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it seems like overall we have consensus on this. So okay. Um, New deans. Right. Okay. So that's definitely happening, like in a week or two. I have 2 videos coming out. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Marcin, for showing up. True, 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 true. Yeah. And so we do have heads of 2 countries, Germany, Christian, and India. Um, what was his name? What was his name? It was Ankit. Ankit Pachari. Pachori is his name. Okay, so we have, but yes, I'll make sure to introduce them through these heads of deans. And it's really interesting to talk about the structure of this and, what it should be like. Yeah, what it should be like. Maybe there should be more than one. I like simplicity for now, and keeping track of multiple head deans in a country like India, it can get complicated and messy. It was even kind of complicated for India specifically when we started, because there was kind of there were multiple people approaching me asking to be head dean, and so it's very tricky. It's very tricky, and we don't want confusion. You know, we don't want confusion. So right, okay. So we will get more deans. Not to get right. More deans don't mean less quality. Yes, that's true. So okay. Okay, so we'll do that. That's happening in mid-December. Okay, so next thing on the agenda. Yeah. Okay, let me write that down. These are good points. Put the heads. Okay, so we did put the fellowship. I think Christian had that suggestion. So the fellowship page is on the website, on the nav bar, and putting the heads on the website so people know who to contact. Perfect. I just copied and pasted that. Country level deans would be good. You know what, Nikita? I think that's a great point, and you would know because you've been in the mix doing this. So let me write that down as well. I pasted that. Satish says, so yes, so this is a great point, Satish. We should identify inactive deans and encourage them to contribute more. So we kind of did this, and Michelle compiled a list, and we sent them a targeted email, but we could definitely do more. So we will do more. And so by more, I mean, we'll send another targeted email and to them, and what else can we do? We'll reach out to them in Slack. I know it's a lot of work, but it's very much worth it. Michelle can help with this. Or I hope. I'll ask her. We'll reach out in Slack as well individually. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Satish. Okay. What else? I have been also thinking about different ways of. So we set up a donation page. We set up a job board individually, right? Yeah. Individually. Yeah, so I'm thinking about the structure here, like sharing more between chapters. Guys, okay. Yeah, sharing more between chapters. Sharing more between chapters. Yeah. Sharing, communion, community, connection, intimacy. That's what we can do in real life. Okay, so I want to say something kind of crazy right now. Okay, so let me say something kind of crazy. I'm just going to say something. It's not a fully fleshed out idea. It's not a fully fleshed out idea. Sharing is good. I posted about online attendance to my meetup, and now I see people attending from all around the world. Nikita, can you expand on that? You see people attending your local meetup from around the world because you have a live stream? Like, what do you mean by they're attending from all around the world? I want to learn more. In the meantime, like, what if we like sung songs together? Like, what if there's something that brings people closer that involves communal singing. Communal singing brings people closer. Like, what if we sung songs about AI together and about technology? I think that would be fun. But let's keep that for the future. I know it's kind of crazy. But the thing is, like, we are rapping, right? We are exactly. So here's the thing, Christian. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We don't like we're not religious as a community. We're not a religious community. We are a scientific community. We believe in science. That is the way forward. But people need something in the absence of religion. Religion provided us with some good things. You know, it provided us with a lot of bad, for sure. But it also provided us with some good things, like community. And you know, singing together is definitely something that it could be fun. Anyway, so let's just be thinking. I just wanted to like give you the seed of that idea for now, but it's not fully fleshed out. But I definitely want this to be something that nobody can replicate. This is something that is wholly our own. And so I have a workshop about Docker. That's amazing. So we need more live streams. So let me make that something as a suggestion. Live streams, and Nikita is a great example of someone who's live streaming. Also, School of AI Chennai, and there's another School of AI that's doing this in Kerala. That Robin is running that. That's amazing. So we need more live streams as well. That's a great idea. Because live streams can only expand your reach. Okay, so what about orienting all curriculums, solving one or two problems? Okay, so Jeremy said the word hackathon, and this was my last item on the agenda. So let's talk about hackathons. So, okay, hackathons are definitely we need to have a hackathon in sometime in December. I'm thinking sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. about a specific problem. I want to see if we could partner with anybody on that before we do it. That would take some time. Who would do that? You know what? Accenture. Accenture would do that because you have a relationship with them. Accenture is a cool company. I met with them in Singapore, and at the time they wanted me to expand in China, but I was like, I'm not trying to take over China. I'm not trying to focus on China right now. Now it's a different story in terms of like, oh yeah, we need some deans in China. We actually have some deans in China, but they are blocked from Slack. They're blocked from Facebook, and but they have like WeChat groups in Shanghai. We can't talk to them because we don't have WeChat, but they exist. But that is something we can uniquely do is uh, go to that market because education is something that is global. You know, it's not like a startup where they have their own version of it. Education is very much a global opportunity. You went to a hackathon for 3 days. That's long. That's amazing. I respect that. I can't do any festival for 3 days. I leave after a day because I have other things to do. Okay, so December hackathon, new deans, next course, School of AI conference. Okay, what else is on the agenda? Um, what else is on the agenda? That's it for the agenda, really. I had that. And any thoughts, concerns, questions? Um, what else? What else is up, guys? We are not growing as fast as I'd like. I really oh yes, world tour. So NIPS is happening in like 4 days. And depending on Intel, what kind of deal Intel is trying to make, I'll go to NIPS. But like if they're going to be slow about this, then I won't go to NIPS. We'll see. The thing is, okay, so a world tour. So I'm going to Paris in late January, and then that's a great question, Jeremy. Let me answer that in this section. I'm going to Paris in January, and then while I'm in Paris, I want to do something with Europe. I Man, I have a lot to fit into that time. So Paris, I might visit Germany. They finally changed their name. Yeah, they finally changed their name. And then I'm going to India immediately afterwards, just because I'll be closer to India, and I just have to go to India. There's too much activity to not go, and I want to go to Africa as well and South America. Oh my God! The thing is, guys, like I have just spent a year in Amsterdam. Okay, I had a whole lifetime in that year in Amsterdam. Now I'm in LA. I'm in a country that I'm more accustomed to for now. And I'm really enjoying like speaking a language that I, you know, understand well, English and not Dutch. And I'm enjoying like not traveling. Actually, it's been nice to not travel. I've been, but I want to travel as well. So to answer your question, give me like a month and a half more, and then I'll probably have the itch to like start traveling everywhere. Um, So it won't be like a formal world tour. It'll just be me just visiting select cities in the world. And then we have our Dean's Conference in Q2. So that's how that goes. Other questions? I just realized my direct messages. What? Really? Your direct messages are not accessible? I really? Does anyone else have that problem? I didn't know that was even a thing. They disappear. Wow. Oh, after a while. Okay. After a while. That's true. That is true. Mhm. Screen share is not available. Screen share. Okay, so let me add that to them. Let's see if we can cut a deal with Slack. I do know somebody at Slack on the growth team. I should know several people at Slack. Let's cut a deal with Slack. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'll put this on my to do. Slack, cut a deal, nonprofit, free plan, paid. Yeah, okay. So that's okay. I'll send them an email on Sunday. What else? Okay, so that takes care of Slack. Consultancy, Satish and I are working on that right now. We'll see how that goes. For screen share, I would just use Google Hangouts. Thank you, Ray. Yes, growing fast. That's a great point, Nikita. We can use Google Hangout. Adam, Discord for sure, but it would take a lot to just migrate everybody over. What do we have, like 30K people in Slack now? We have a lot of people in Slack. We have almost 30K. It's huge. It is huge. It's amazing. I'm glad. But yeah, Discord, it would be hard to migrate everybody over to Discord. And okay. So guys, biotechnology is amazing. Really, I'm beginning to see the light. And if we can engineer DNA, if we can engineer biology, if we can engineer the fundamental building blocks of reality, then what can't we do? Going beyond silicon, going beyond binary bits, and engineering the complex systems, the living organisms that make up our own existence. That's where we're headed. That is where we're headed. And that is what happens when we reach the limits of transistor density. And it's a really exciting time right now in terms of biotechnology. And I can't believe that I was not aware of it. But my video coming out on Monday is I've really put my heart and soul into it. And it's going to be awesome. So there's that. And I have another video, but that's a secret. But I'm working with DeepMind on that. So why not have moderators who will pass the official announcements to other communication? Yes, the link. Guys, see, this is why it's good to be in the all hands meeting, because this is a private thing. And I have been having some really amazing conversations with a man named Brian Johnson, who is the founder of a startup called Kernel, based here in Los Angeles. And he is basically me, but in a different body. And so that is really what has got me very inspired about all of this. And he runs a fund called OS Fund that is all about biotech. Anyway, so there's that. And he came to my housewarming, so that was nice. That was a nice little gesture. So anyway, there's that. For biotech, what are thoughts on the recent CRISPR-edited embryo that was born? Great question. I have an amazingly written and well-presented argument coming out on that on Monday. But TLDR, should I even spoil it? I'm not going to spoil it. It is an experience. It is going to be an experience. Okay. We have 1 minute left. Adam, exactly. Humanity will grow. Exactly. Yeah. Your computer crashed when I mentioned Paris? Okay. Is it okay? All right, Paris. Paris is where it's at. I'm very excited to visit Europe again for several reasons. So, so I would love to visit Paris. Anyway, let's keep this on topic. We have some I see. I'm already getting excited at the thought of visiting you guys in person and seeing you. So very excited. Okay, so closing points. Anything else? Um, as you can see, biotech is just completely. It's like a virus. It's like taking over my entire brain. Biotechnology, and it's amazing. And it's like it's awesome. So that's it for now. Thank you guys for helping, make some very important decisions about our future. And we have um, next week, I will send out an email with some updates. And yeah, what makes me happiest is to see engagement from you guys specifically more than anybody else in the community, to see deans be engaged, see them hosting meetups, to attend these live streams. That is the best thing that can happen. Google, okay, last update. Google, Amazon cooperation, any updates? Google, they have been very slow. Google Cloud has been well, they did help with the fellowship, but they've been very slow. And so, um, yeah, we'll wait on Google. They're taking their sweet time. And then Amazon, I don't think I ever mentioned Amazon, but yeah, I mean, they I don't think they value us as a community as much as they should. So until they value us as much as we should, up to our real value of of the work you guys are doing, we will have a relationship with Amazon at some point. But we're not going to be proactive about that. I'm going to be reactive about that, as I've been before. And I'm just not. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. TLDR. So Google, they're being slow, and Amazon, they're being slow as well. And that's how it goes. I had a guy approach. The thing is, like with me, it's like either you moved at the speed of light, or we're not gonna. We don't. We don't have. We don't. What are we doing here, right? Either you move at the speed of light with me, or what are we even doing here? And so they don't like moving at the speed of light. Intel is starting to move at the speed of light, and DeepMind is definitely on board. And you know what? Microsoft is awesome. Microsoft is doing some great work in quantum computing and in DNA computing. So we definitely should start partnering with Microsoft. Yes. You know what, Nikita? That's a great point. Back to Microsoft. Frank Levine is actually, he works at Microsoft. He's a dean. So we'll talk with Frank as well. And I'm very excited to start developing relationships with biotechnology companies like Amgen and, all of them as well. All right, guys, that's it for now. I have a video to make, and thank you guys for showing up. I love you. And yeah, all right. Thank you, Kartik. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Microsoft will never. Thank you. Good luck. Thanks, guys. Bye.